Hi, I'll talk in this video about the job description of a data analyst or of the data science roles at Google. So we will take few of the job descriptions from LinkedIn and analyze what are the requirements, what are the responsibilities, and what skills are needed for these jobs. So the first one I've taken is a product analyst in the data science team of one of the office in US. It's in Mountain View. I think it's in the main office in the US. So it's a product analyst in the data science team. Okay, so the qualifications needed is that one should have a bachelor's degree or equivalent experience, which is very interesting. So they need bachelor's degree in any discipline, right? Doesn't have to be in statistics or computer science. You can have bachelor's degree in any discipline, in physics, in history, in psychology, in electrical engineering. You are eligible to apply for this job. Or in case if you do not have bachelor's degree, if you have equivalent experience, they will also consider you. That means if you do not have any college degree, you are still eligible. That's very interesting, right? So Google is hiring people, even those who do not have college degree. And then you should have 3 years of experience with statistical package such as R, SAS, Stata, and MATLAB, which is very interesting because I know that R and Python are very famous, and SAS is very famous in the banking industry. But interesting to know that even with experience with Stata, which is more of an academic software, a software that is used in the academia, is also considered relevant in the industry. So that's again very interesting. And then you must be having some experience with SQL, with querying data. So these are the minimum qualification, but they also have preferred qualifications. So must be having a bachelor's degree or a master's degree in quantitative fields, such as statistics, computer science, engineering, mathematics, data sciences, and so on, which is the preferred qualification. And then must be having some experience with scripting with SQL, extracting large data set and designing ETL flows and so on. Again, experience in interdisciplinary or cross-functional fields. So what interdisciplinary or cross-functional means is that you must be having experience with working in fields where you need to use techniques and tools from different fields, right? So for example, you are using survival analysis in banking. So survival analysis is something that is used for the medical science field, but you are using that in banking. So that's more of an interdisciplinary, right? You also have operational research, which is primarily used in manufacturing, now being used in e-commerce and in logistic, in supply chain, and so on. So if you have some sort of that kind of experience, it's interesting because they do a lot of interdisciplinary research. And then must be having interest and aptitude in data, metrics, and analysis. So this is more about data analytics in terms of analyzing data for metrics, for reports, and so on. This role is not about building software yourself. That means as a data analyst or a data science professional, you are not supposed to build software yourself. Rather, you should provide insight to the development team so that better software can be developed. That's what this role is all about, which is often misunderstood, right? In many companies, as a data scientist, you are also supposed to develop software, right? You are more like a machine learning engineer, where you have to build products end to end. But that's not the role that we are talking here. And then problem solving skills, well, right? It goes without says it's required in all jobs. So that's another thing. Bit about the job. It's a product analyst job. So the role of the job is like this. The product analyst provides quantitative analysis, market expertise, and a strategic perspective to our partners throughout the organizations. As a data loving member of the team, you will serve as an analytics expert for your partners, using numbers to help them make better decisions. So that's very important. You will weave stories with meaningful insight from data. You will make key recommendations to for your Googlers in engineering and product management. That's very important, right? That's what I was talking about. That you will be helping the engineering and product department to build better software, but you will not develop yourself. As a product analyst, you will relish telling up numbers 1 minute and communicating a finding to a member the next. You can see different angles of a product and business opportunity, and you know how to connect the dots and interact with people in various roles and functions. You will work to effectively turn business questions into data analysis, provide meaningful recommendation on strategy. So it's more about a product role where you are helping the engineering team to develop better product based on the data and the insights from the data. Responsibilities. So day-to-day job looks like this. So you conduct data analysis to make business recommendations such as cost benefit. So this is cost benefit analysis, the popular analysis in statistics or econometrics, economics, invest, divest, forecasting, impact analysis. So people with experience in social science are also very useful, because in social science we also do a lot of these analysis, right? Cost benefit analysis, impact analysis, forecasting, such analysis we do. Deliver effective presentations of findings or recommendations to multiple levels of stakeholders, creating visual displays of quantitative information. So it's basically reporting, right? Reporting your results in a proper manner. And then develop and automate report, bit of IT type role, right, where you also automate some of the things that you do. Collaborate with cross-functional stakeholders to formulate and complete full cycle analysis that includes data gathering, analysis, ongoing skill deliveries, and presentations. That means it also helps to speak to people from the business, people from the front offices, right? So that means you will have interaction with the business. It's not a pure tech job, it's a combination of tech as well as business. So that's important to remember, right? So that's how the responsibilities look like. Then we'll discuss about another role. It's a revenue lead, solution and analytics, again in the analytics department. So I think they use different names. In one place they have used data science, in some other place they have used analytics, but I think they're similar. I do not think they're drastically different. Here are the minimum qualifications. Must be having a bachelor's degree or equivalent practical experience. Again, they're also considering people without a college degree, which is very interesting, right? It's not the case in many other companies. 5 years of experience in customer account partner management. So here they are, they are expecting you to be more of an expert in that particular area. Like in the other role, it was more of a fresher role. That means experience matters less, your knowledge matters more. But here I think they want a bit more senior people, so they want experience in that particular area. And then experience in online advertising industry with providing services related to insights and trends and so on and so forth. So that's the minimum qualification. Then preferred qualifications, knowledge of digital advertising, monetizing such as deep display, mobile or video with Google solutions, right? It's pretty much what we come across, right, when we use Google products. So whether it's Gmail, whether it's YouTube, right, we watch ad on YouTube, on Google, on Gmail. So basically you will be working to optimize on this ad solution from Google. Knowledge of the latest digital industry trends, including header bidding and blocking and privacy. So these are technical terms related to advertisement industry. So must be having the knowledge of it. So it's basically domain skills are very important here, right? It's not just knowing regression, machine learning, neural networks, and so on. It's about having enough knowledge of statistics and econometrics, also some machine learning as well as programming, but at the same time having lots of interest in the business areas, right, in the domain areas, right? So these are roles very suitable for management graduates, people with MBAs with some technical expertise, and people from social science background who know some programming and have some experience with writing scripts, writing code, but they have lots of interest in understanding the business, right? So the bottom line here is that you don't have to be a CS graduate, you don't have to be a super duper technical person to get these jobs. So that's unlike, so this is basically the perception, right? The perception normally is that for data scientist roles you have to be a tech guy, right? Writing code to develop the software. So that's not the thing here. It's quite different and very suitable for people who have lots of interest in the business, right? And some interest in the tech side also. About the job, it's very similar to the other job profile also. So I'll just read it out for you. Our team helps news companies thrive in the digital future by growing their ad and non-ad revenue and increasing their overall satisfaction with Google service and solutions. So basically you'll have to work with clients, and the clients are basically the news companies. And news companies derive the revenue from the advertisement. That's the main source of revenue. If it's Washington Times, if it's New York Times, right, BBC, CNN, right, these news agency heavily rely on Google for their revenue optimization. So there you'll help them out on that. Right. So it's basically helping to optimize revenue for your clients, and that's the reason why I think the job description says it's a revenue department, right? So your engagement with client is a lot more, unlike the other position that we discussed first, where your interactions are more with the internal people, right? People from business side of the company, but not directly with external clients. But here you'll also have to interact with external clients. So this is interesting, right? Even data scientists are expected to interact with the outsiders, like directly with the clients, right? So it's a role where you need both kinds of expertise, technical expertise, business expertise, right? So therefore what is expected from you will be that you should have good communication skill, you should be able to build relationship with the clients, but at the same time you should have enough technical knowledge to understand the programming, the data science aspect of it, or talking to the tech people in the team. So that's about it. And then you have day-to-day responsibilities. So these are the responsibility: understand the scope of the publisher partner monetization business, including inventory trends, direct indirect channel priorities, ads ecosystem, how to ad monetization fits into the large business strategy. So it's basically understanding the domain, right? Understanding how your clients can improve their revenue opportunities, can make more money, right, using your tools and services. um, but at the same time you also have to do the analysis yourselves, right? It's not that there will be a separate tech team or technical people helping out on that. You'll have to use the tools yourself to come up with the insights. So it's a techno-functional role, right? So in Google, they don't hire data scientists because for software development, I think that's what I've heard at least. They hire software engineers for that, right? And for the software engineers, they also expect them to be knowing machine learning and some level of applied statistics. But for the data science roles, they hire mostly for the product related or for the client relationship related. So these are the two roles I've just taken you through, but you can also see other roles on Glassdoor or LinkedIn to get more insights about the data science role in Google, but not just in Google, but also in other tech companies. Like you will find similar roles in Microsoft, in Amazon, in Uber, in Spotify, Netflix. You will find many such roles in other companies. Criteria of selection will of course be different. The minimum requirement will also be different, right? Google is hiring the people even without college degree, but I'm not sure if other companies are also doing that. So that those things will differ, but the roles and responsibility and the skills required for these jobs will be pretty similar. That's what I believe. Thank you.